Okay. So the first topic that CUET mentions in maths, that is called as set and vectors. Now, when we talk about set and vectors are two very different topics. मतलब इनमें कुछ भी similar नहीं है. I don't know why they have written it together. Set theory is a completely different theory, and vector theory is what comes in linear algebra. So what we will do is we will combine this vector when we do matrix and determinant, so that this makes more sense to us and we can revise linear algebra together, right? And what we will do today is we will go ahead and we will do set theory today. Okay. Now let's start. First of all, let us try and understand what is a set. A set basically defined is a well-defined collection of objects. Just giving a vague collection of objects is not enough. Just for example, if I ask you, give me a set of the best cricketers of India. I may say, for me, it is Dhoni, followed by Sachin Tendulkar, followed by, say, Kohli. But you may go ahead and give me three very different names. According to you, the best cricketers can be very different as compared to me. So, ये एक collection नहीं हुआ. This is absolutely wrong. So, to go ahead and say that set is a well-defined collection of objects, by well-defined collection of objects, I mean that I should be able to give a definition in a way that it is the same for everyone. चाहे आप दो या मैं दूं, it should be the same. So if I go ahead and I tell you, okay, give me the first 10 natural numbers. तो बेटा आप भी बोलोगे 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. And मैं भी यही बोलूंगी 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. So the definition says it should be well defined. And by well defined, we should be able to go ahead and give the same answer. तब वो set हुआ. So if I tell you, give me the most bright students of the class, for you and me, it will be different. Then it is not a set. So first of all, we need to understand कि set और collection में difference क्या है. Set is a well-defined collection of the object. I have to be able to well define that. सिर्फ तब उसको हम set बोल पाएंगे. There are two methods of representing set. The first is called as roster format, and the second is known as a set builder format. Roster format बच्चे क्या होता है? Whenever we go ahead and we write sets in these brackets, then it is called as a roster format. And whenever we write it in English, vowel में लिखते हैं, English में लिखते हैं, proper लिखते हैं. It's also called as the rule method. Whenever we write it in English, कि x is such that x represents this. ऐसे English में लिखते हैं, then it is called as set builder or rule method. Right? So for example, if I go ahead and I tell you, give me the first 5 natural numbers in the tabular or roster method. So you will go ahead and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is in the roster method or the tabular method. But if I go ahead and I tell you, no, give me in the set builder method या rule method. So set builder method या rule method क्या हो जाएगा? X. These two dots can be read as is such that. तो ये जो दो डॉट दिखते हैं इसका मतलब है such that. So X is such that X is first 5 natural number. So when we go ahead and when we use these two dots and when we write this in proper English, हमने proper English में इसको जाके लिखा कि X is such that X represents the first 5 natural numbers. जब हमने इसको ऐसे लिखा, then I am saying that it is set builder or rule method. Right? When I am writing it like this, so it is tabular or roster method. You need to remember all these names properly. Now, the next thing is the type of sets. Now, before we go to the type of sets, just that this person is very important, beta. This person is George Cantor. And sometimes, very rarely, because in MCQ exam, they can ask you who gave which theory. So set theory was initially given by George Cantor. इन्होंने ये set theory दी थी, George Cantor. Right, beta? Okay, now coming back to the topic. So there are many types of sets that we have. The first set that we have, this is known as null set, empty set, void set. Null means khali, nothing in it. So a null set means this is the representation of null set. It means that it is empty set. There is no number in it. अब जैसे मैं आपको कुछ ऐसा statement दे दूं that x is such that x is negative natural number. X is such that x is negative natural number. तो क्या नेगेटिव और नेचुरल एक साथ आ सकता है? It cannot come together. Natural numbers will be 1, 2, 3 and so on. It starts from 1. A negative number can be an integer. But negative cannot be a natural number. Natural तो शुरू ही positive से होते हैं. So because a negative number cannot be a natural number, the answer to this will be a null set. Right? Similarly, if I go ahead and I tell you x is such that x represents a fraction with denominator 0. मतलब anything which is not possible. अब जब भी हम कोई भी रैशनल नंबर लिखते हैं या फ्रैक्शन लिखते हैं, व्हाट डू वी से? व्हाट इज अ रैशनल नंबर? कैसे लिखते हैं हम फ्रैक्शन फॉर्मेट में? Anything which is in the p by q form such that q is not equal to 0. I cannot have the denominator equal to 0. If it is in the p by q format such that q is not equal to 0, then it is called a rational number. सिर्फ तब उसको fraction या rational number बोलते हैं, right? Fraction और rational number. तो बेटा, when I go ahead and I tell you that x is one which has denominator 0, वो तो नहीं हो सकता. It's not possible. So I will get a null set. So what is null? Null means something which will be empty. Something which will not have anything in it. वो एकदम खाली है, उसके अंदर कुछ भी possible नहीं है. Then what I get is called an empty set or a null set or a void set. Come to the second now. It says a finite set. The word suggests finite set will mean that it has finite elements in it. Number of elements can be counted. जैसे मैंने आपको बोल दिया, give me set of first 5 natural number. Countable है ना? मैं बता सकती हूँ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count it. So I can say that this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I can count it, अगर मैं अपनी fingers पे उसको count कर सकती हूँ, then it is going to be finite in nature. But if I cannot count it, मैं उसको count नहीं कर सकती हूँ. जैसे for example बेटा, if I ask you how many say numbers, including integers, including complex numbers, are there between 0 to 1? ये infinite है. I cannot count it. I will have 0 also, 0.01 also, 0.001 also, 0.00001 also, 0.2 also. मतलब can you ever tell me कि 0 और 1 के बीच में, if I include all integers, all complex number, how many numbers are there? No, I cannot. I cannot tell you that, right? If I include all decimals, मैं कभी भी नहीं बता पाऊंगी कि 0 और 1 के बीच में कितने हैं. I cannot count it. 0.999999, 0.999, ये भी included है. So we can never count this. This is infinite. ये infinite हो गया. So when we talk about a finite set, it means it is countable. मैं इसको count कर सकती हूँ. But when I talk about an infinite set, it means it is not countable. Infinite है. मैं अपनी टिप्स पे नहीं बता पाऊंगी. I won't be able to tell कि 5 numbers हैं exactly, या 10 numbers हैं exactly, या 50 numbers हैं exactly. I won't be able to tell. Right? Singleton, as the word suggests, single element in it. It's a singleton set. अब सबसे important, most important concept that comes in any exam is a subset concept. and many students are confused between subset and proper subset. इनके बीच में difference क्या है? What is a subset? What is a proper subset? So when I talk about a subset, पहले देखो ध्यान से, listen to me about a subset first. So if I tell you that A is 1, 2, 3, 4. And I tell you, okay, write down all possible subset of A. So subset means any set which will include elements that A has. मतलब अगर मेरा set हो गया A 1, suppose I tell you that I have B. B is a set which only has the element 1 in it. It includes one of the elements of A. It's a subset of A. If I tell you I have a set C which is 1, 3 and 4. So A is a bigger set ना, A में तो 1, 2, 3, 4 आ रहा है and C only has 1, 3 and 4. So I can say C is also a subset of A. Right? B is also a subset of A. Now I'm taking a set D and beta D में आ गया 1, 2, 3, 4. All elements of D are also present in A. जितने elements D में हैं वो सारे के सारे A में present है ना. So I can say D is also a subset of A. But क्योंकि D, sorry, here I will have 3 here. D is also a subset of A. But because D and A are exactly the same, D और A में कोई भी difference नहीं है. D and A look exactly the same. I can say that yes, D A का subset तो है, but D is also equal to A. Try to understand the difference. These are not equal to A. ये A के कुछ elements को include करते हैं, but not all elements of A. But this includes all the elements of A. So this is not only a subset of A, but it is also equal to A. So if you go to the definition of a subset, it says if there are elements which belong to A and elements belong to B, right? Then A is a subset of B. ठीक है, जो भी elements A में हैं, अगर वो B में present हैं ही हैं, तो A B का subset हो जाएगा. A will be a subset of B. Now look at this sign beta. This sign is written like this: A subset equal B. So it means that this has two things in it. इसको हम दो parts में divide कर सकते हैं. Either A is completely a subset of B or A is equal to B. Both of these are included in the definition of subset. Subset की definition में हम दोनों को ही include कर लेते हैं. So when I say, again coming back to this example, B is also a subset of A क्योंकि B में वो elements हैं जो A में हैं. C is also a subset of A because any element that belongs to C also belongs to A. But D is also a subset of A because any element that belongs to D also belongs to A. So D is a subset of A, B is a subset of A, C is a subset of A. But D is also equal to A. और equality का क्या definition हो गया? By equality, I mean that अगर जो भी element A में है, वो D में present हो, it is present in D. But जो भी element D में है, वो A में भी present है. All elements present in A are present in D. And all elements present in D are present in A. अगर ये दो चीजें simultaneously हो जाए, if both of these take place, then we can say that A and D are equal to each other. तो A और D equal हो गए. यहीं से हम एक तीसरी डेफिनेशन पे आएंगे, which is called as proper subset, right? So when I talk about proper subset, for proper subset, you will remove the equal set. अगर मैं equal set को include ना करूं, then I will get a proper subset of that set. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई गो अहेड and I have a set A is 1, 2, 3. तो A के subsets क्या क्या हो सकते हैं बच्चे? What are the subsets of A? Only 1 is a subset of A. Only 2 is a subset of A. Only 3 is a subset of A. 1, 2, अगर ये दो elements है, that's also a subset of A. 1, 3 is a subset of A. 2, 3 is a subset of A. 1, 2, 3 is also a subset of A. ये भी तो A का ही सबसेट है. 1, 2, 3 all elements of this are present in this, but this is not a proper subset. Proper तब होता है when you include less elements. These are all proper subsets. These are all proper subsets. Because they miss some elements. ये सब है, ये छोटे हैं. These are smaller. But ये तो equal हो रहा है ना इसके. So this is not a proper subset. Properly हम नहीं बोल सकते कि ये इससे छोटा होगा. It will be smaller than that. So to be a proper subset, अगर आपको किसी का proper subset बनना है, it means that there must be some element missing from them. जैसे from this 2 and 3 is missing, from this 1 and 3 is missing, from this 3 is missing, from this 2 is missing. कुछ एक चीज missing होनी चाहिए, then it will be a proper subset, right?